Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your boy Sebastian Ryder, and you tapped into another very, very, very special episode of Cut Different TV. And you might have heard UCLA. You might have heard What You Like. You know what I'm saying? You might have even heard Gucci Flame or VVs. I mean, we here chilling with the man himself, Mr. 24 Hours.
Man, what's up, man? Pleasure. Thank you for having me today. Can't wait to get to it, man. I really like what y'all doing over here.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, bro. Welcome to Cut Different. And, you know, the purpose of Cut Different as a platform, right, is to really determine what makes an artist cut different. Sure. You're proven. At this point, you're a diamond. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And so what we want to talk about today is the transition. I mean, you've had a very interesting career thus far. You started off under a different moniker. You know what I'm saying? Sure. You went anonymous for a little bit, popped out in a whole new vibe. Sure. And then, you know what I'm saying? So let's get all into it, bro.
You know, since I was a kid, like, music, that's what it was. Like, quit the football team to do music, quit everything I was doing to do music. And ever since high school, I went by Rizzy. Like, that was my name. Like, that's just what we came up with. Doing my first management situations, record deals, stuff like that. You know, you learn a lot. I learned a lot in the game. Being in Atlanta, you know, as a 17, 18 in Atlanta, like where the music game was, like, and who was out and what was moving. So I got a lot of the ground surface, like what it's like to be in the industry, especially coming up in Atlanta. Like, it's a big city for that. Like, it's for sure Black Hollywood. So, like, you know, you watch people from the TV, then you turn around and be like, man, I just seen Future at the gas station in Atlanta. Like, that's how it works. So it's like, you know, like, seeing it up close even made me want to do it more. You know, obviously, like, Lil Scrappy was probably the first major artist, and what I mean by major, like, probably the first artist who had sold millions of records and did everything that you could dream of doing at that time when I was like 17, 18, like, really, you know, supported me and put his arm around me and introduced me to a lot of people to when I got out of, not even got out of that situation, but as I get older, you know, I link up with JD. And Jermaine's a whole nother monster. Like, he's a monster when it comes to music, as everyone can see. So he just thought I was different. Like, yo, like, I gotta manage you, like, for sure. And I wanna, after he started managing me, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later, he called me like, yo, I got a situation where Mark pitched for us at RCA. So we end up doing like a actual deal, kind of like my first real major deal, like, with a label. But it was So Def via RCA. We pushed, you know, for a little while, and then I just worked too fast. So it's like, I'm coming from an independent. When you're an independent artist, all you know is like put out, try to get heard, try to get seen, try to get this. So when you transform into a major situation, they tell you, all right, everything slows down from here because we got to be more strategic and more this and more this. But I didn't understand that. Like, what? Like, slow down. We're just getting the momentum. Like, we got to pick it up. So I told JD, like, man, I kind of want to do this and do this and do this. And he loved me so much. He's like, man, go do whatever you want to do. Like, I'm going to let you out your contract. Like, do your thing. Like, and then there you go. Like, that's like kind of like the end of the road with like the Royce Rizzy thing. Cause right there, when I'm asking him to do my thing, like, me and Tokyo already in the house. Like, yeah, this gonna be our label. We gonna do this. Like, I'm about to put his joint. His song's buzzing right now. So I'm like, all right, I just need to like break off and like try to do my thing. Like, but everywhere I go, they're like, oh yeah, JD artist. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I love JD. He know I love him. We text all the time, but I ain't like JD because I'm like, nigga, before he even knew me, like, we was working and putting out a lot. I had a tape with Zaytoven already, like songs with Bankroll Fresh and OJ the Juice Man, and like I really been working in Atlanta, so it's like I ain't like that. So I'm like, man, how do I switch that? But then I'm with Tokyo every day, and I'm watching like this new wave. Like I'm looking at these kids, like who are these? Like what is this? Like
Yeah.
little Yachty and Father and like all these kids. I'm like, what is this? Because you got to think like I'm from like a generation that's like right above them, older than them. Like when I just did that show with Smoke DZA and Big Crit the other day at Irving Plaza, like Big Crit, Wiz Khalifa, like that whole era when they came out, like I was putting music out then, like in heavy in the blog era and all of that. So when you come into this new era where you got Yachty's, Little Uzis, and this, it's a whole transition to like, yo, we don't care about blogs. Like it wasn't that era, especially when Tokyo came in. It was like SoundCloud and that, like to where when I first came in, like SoundCloud, nah, like you gotta do the music, burn it on the CD, get the CD to everybody.
Yeah, that was like LimeWire and all that shit.
Like in that time, so like even me, like SoundCloud, like I created the 24 hours thing and put my music on SoundCloud, didn't post a picture or nothing. Like, all right, let me fuck with the young wave, see what this is talking about. Man, like Tokyo got to reposting that shit and it just started doing like 300, 400, 500, 600, 800, million, 2 million, 3, like kids going crazy. Like, who is this? Who is this? But the whole time, like, I done already had deals. I done already did all of that. So it's like, all right, like, you got to take heed and like why the guys from the early 2000s or mid 2000s, like whenever, the 90s, like a lot of them, you either hear them hating on what's going on or not taking the time to figure out what's going on. And the ones that do figure out what's going on are still relevant in what's going on right now, you know? So with me, I meet a kid like Little Pump and we talking and it's like, bro, we're from two different, like we're from two different walks of everything in the music and hip hop and everything. So how do we do a record? Because I understand still what's going on.
Yeah.
I understand because my brother is Tokyo and like I get that side now. Before I was a little like, I don't know, but I get it. So it's like, that's why the catalogs from songs with Pump, songs with DMX. But if you go back to the Rizzy catalog, like shit, I had a song with Wiz Khalifa then. And Chevy and Sci-Hi the Prince and Chip the Ripper, like had songs with them then. So like 24 was just like a new like thing, like especially like on the R&B side, like fucking with R&B, you know, it definitely changed. But that's the story from Rizzy to 24, like transitioning to kind of get away from the past to start a brand new, like in a new wave. You see a wave that's dying, like, and it's this new wave going up, you know. So
Hell yeah. And so I appreciate you giving us that full breakdown of the story and everything. And I hope y'all are taking notes at home. This man is a legend. So growing up, right? MadeinTYO, by the way, is who he's talking to when he's referring to Tokyo. Uber everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And I remember Tokyo specifically because he used to follow everybody back on Twitter.
For sure.
And I remember when I was like 15, 16, I was like, yo, I'm about to follow cuz. He followed me back. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm popping. But so I wanted to go ahead.
Not to interrupt that, that's a crazy thing because we used to be on like a tour bus or we'd be on the Sprinter. We doing something. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm following everybody back. I'd be like, for what? He'd be like, cuz like they're lit. Like if they know me and they like when and he just showed me, like even to this day, like he's all these plaques, all of this, and he'd be sitting at the crib with his son. I'd be like, what you doing? What's on your phone? But just replying to all my Snapchats, all my friends, and everybody I'd be like, okay, like he just like that. So it's like for sure. But he definitely was on his little B wave following.
Hell yeah.
A bunch of people.
Lil B. I remember recently they had said like, oh, Lil B passed away on Twitter and everybody went crazy. Like, what?
Yeah.
That shit was wild.
Yep.
He let it ride for a little bit though. I think he liked it a little bit. But what I was gonna ask you, so growing up and especially, you know, moving around, I mean your parents were military, you were in Tokyo for a little bit, Oakland for a little bit, wherever, moving around. Where did that confidence come from, you know, for you? Because, you know, you said they was calling you Rizzy when you were in high school, middle school, whatever.
Yeah, so, like, I just started, the reason even starting doing music was just, like, older cousins that was already doing music. So, I got a cousin, shout out to my cousin Z. He's in Texas. Like, one summer we had to go there. and like he was putting us on all Texas music, right? But at the same time, he had like a little setup, like a karaoke setup, like where he be rapping. So we used to just watch him do it kind of. And then, you know, me and Tokyo like, man, we could do that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like youngies. And then we did do it. But then we had left from there and I had got with my other older cousin. He was recording on the real setup, had his mix, like had a disc with his songs on it. Like he was doing it to a point where I was looking at it like, yo, I want this at the crib too. Like, and that's early, like 14, like I want this at the crib. Like, I want to have a setup, like how I could record in my room. Like,
Yeah.
So like come 15, 16, only Christmas gifts I'm getting is music related, like setup, microphone, like acid, magic music, made like all these different recording setups. So since middle school, high school, making the music, like and being invested in the music. Tokyo, not so much though. He's wild. Like he was always like, I'm like, yo, let's go home and record. He's like, yeah, for sure, but I'm gonna go with Shorty over here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He was always that way until like really right before Uber. Like even like right before Uber, it was like, yo, he like, man, I could do this. Like I could really do it. I'm like, come on, and yeah.
Yeah. Word up, man. And so you make that transition, and when you was Royce Rizzy, you were kind of in a different lane, right? Like you was making more street music. You know what I'm saying?
Like just hip hop, like more boom bap kind of, and then like it was either boom bap or trapped out, like one of the two. But really no like melodies or nothing like that, like or R&B. To be honest.
And so that influence, or I guess you kind of, listening, because you as being his older brother, you're always giving him advice, letting him know what's going on. Him kind of saying, yo, like, check this wave out, kind of got you like, all right, let me try that. And you said a story about, maybe unless I heard it wrong, you were at the club or something and you had put out a song and the DJ pitched it up too high.
Yeah, that was shout out to Tokyo's DJ, J-Mac, but yeah, we was at the club, and I know DJs do this, like speed the song up a little bit or do this. So it just was kind of sped up and pitched, and like everybody was bopping to it. And Tokyo was like, that's a vibe though. Like people be on that, like in Florida and this and this. And I'm like, man, that's a good way to like. Nobody will ever know that was me if I did it like that. Like then nobody would ever call me this person's artist or this and this. So that's why we came up with the whole like. Well, shit, just come up with a name and kind of like speed it up and like put it out on SoundCloud. Nobody would know, and if it blows up, it blow up. Like, and it blew up. Like,
and where did that name? Like, how did you come up with 24 Hours?
I was in New York. Tokyo had a show for Supreme, and we had already kind of had the idea of the bitch up, but we didn't really have the name, so we were just kind of throwing names around.
Like the city that never sleeps, New York.
Yeah, I was really seeing a bunch of like shit open, and where we would be at in Georgia at that time, shit would always be closed. So I was just telling him, it's not like the city, closed or nothing like that. It's shit 24. And jokingly, like we was just playing with that for a second, and then like Tokyo and everybody's like, yo, that shit kind of hard. Like you should do that. So I just literally made the name, made the cover, put the song on SoundCloud, and clicked upload. With 0 followers, like just upload, and then Tokyo like, well, my SoundCloud popping, I'm gonna repost it.
Yeah.
Repost it, and then just day by day, like, and it's funny because when you know the story of like us as brothers and how he got in, and like you could watch mad interviews from him where he's like, well, shit, like I just gave the music all to my brother, and he helped me put it out, and he do this and do this. So it was kind of like I helped him get in, and then he turned me on to a different perspective of music, like. It's like it keeps coming. Like there's a new wave. There's a new wave now. Like I talked to him and he like, how we was the wave. Like it's newer now and it's younger, and like us that came out on 2017 though Excel, it's not the same. 2024, bro.
So did you because you were anonymous for a little bit, and I guess The Weeknd kind of did that a little bit. Nav did that a little bit.
That was at the same time.
Okay,
He was talking to me when we was talking like. He was on SoundCloud, didn't like show his face.
Yeah.
He showed up. Matter of fact, when I popped out for the first time to show my face at my sold out show, he popped up. He was there backstage. Yeah, shout out to Nav. Yeah.
Word. And that was at Ty. That was at the Palladium.
Yeah,
with Ty.
That was at the Palladium. I popped out with Ty, but it was live on Tidal, and when I popped out, like they put my name as Royce Rizzy.
Oh, so it wasn't
they didn't
a
really
real.
get the pop out. Like they was just like, "Oh, Rizzy, what's going on?
Yeah,
Why did Ty bring him out? Like, what is this?" Like,
Yeah.
they didn't know yet. So at my show, it was like curtain. Like I'm singing the first song from behind the curtain. They don't really know, and then like we just pull the curtain out, and it's going crazy. But Nav was there though. I talked to him before the show. A lot of people showed it to my first show ever. Like G-Eazy, E4, like people was there because the sound, it got so big and people didn't know who was what. Like, no, I'm going to the show, bro. I gotta see.
That's what's up, bro. And so you talk about, you know what I'm saying, Ty bringing you out. And the reveal was kind of they not everybody got the memo of the reveal, but then
it wasn't a focus. Like it was Ty's, like Ty does the annual show in LA, and he had everybody there. Like everybody it was star studded. So it was just like whoever was on the camera or whoever was in charge of like putting the names, like they're like they couldn't know anyway. Like how would they know who 24 Hours is? So like as soon as I pop up there, it's on live to the world. People in New York, people everywhere watching the live stream, like hitting me like, yo, they still caught the screenshot and they call you Rizzy, you know, so it wasn't like a real, you know, thing until afterwards. People kind of look back like, oh, I saw that. But it was a big thing for me because I was performing the 24 song, you know, not a Rizzy song.
Word. That's what's up. And so going from that transition to making the more like transition into more R&B, that melodic kind of flow from the street rap, it's like, how did your perspective as an artist change? Like, did you move any different? Did you change anything about yourself?
Honestly, during that time, I would sit with Ty like how we're sitting, and I'd be like, man, I want to pop out. He'd be like, what you waiting on? I'd be like, man, it's just, I come from like doing things like this and doing things like this. I feel like on the R&B side or on the melodic side, I need to paint a different picture. I needed this and this. And he used to be like what? Like, you already fly. What did you talk about? I'm like, nah, like, I need to just like, I don't know, I want a different vibe right now. He's like, no, the game needs your vibe right now. You tripping. Like, ain't nobody that look like you, that sound like you, and that really hints to why I popped out on his show, listening to him the whole time. So I pop out like I'm ready, but like really and truly, in hindsight, looking back, like I would have held out like maybe a year more because like it was blowing up so big. Like Kanye, OVO, whoever you could think of was in my email. Like, yo, could he come? Like, we want to fly him in. That he didn't know. It's like hearing the it's like hearing the 24 shit was infectious. It's like right now when they listen to that Kid 4 Bats, it's like, yeah, like people like, oh yeah, I know who it was. It was like knowing the song, but you didn't get to see me. So everybody was just like, you got Yes Jules on the yacht twerking to it. You got this going, 40-ounce van tweeting it to all of his fans, like, but no one knew. So they was harassing Tokyo so much. Like, we know this is your alter ego. Like, this is some shit you playing around until one day he just went on live. Like, this is not me. I swear on my mother, it's not me.
Yeah. So what's it like, you know, being a pioneer of that sound? Because everybody, like you said, 4 Bats, you know what I'm saying? You and Nav were doing it at a similar time, but I feel like that was kind of, you know, a similarity. But what is that like for you?
It was a big similarity. I used to hate that. I'm not gonna lie, with the Nav shit, just because it was like, I felt like we talked about two different things, and mine was like, I don't know, it was just, it was, I get the similarity though, like, you know, like, but a lot of people at that time was like, at least what I used to see on my social media used to be like, please drop with Nav, or please drop with Party Next Door, or please drop with P&B Rock. And that's why me and P&B collaborated so much, like, because fans used to push us to it, like, yo, why ain't 24 on it? He'd be like, yo, fans gonna beat me up, I'm gonna put you on it. Like, and we would do the same back and forth. But yeah, I think to answer the question, it worked for me. And I liked the sound, and a lot of people, when they heard the sound, when I did it, had never heard a sound like that. Or if they did, they were like, I heard this in this song, like an ad-lib or a reference or this and this, but I never heard somebody with the full sound like this where you can speak to me right now and hear my voice and be like, yo, like what would it see if you didn't know Rizzy? Like this is why to the 24 fans that are just like the diehard ones, they know, but like people that just heard me on UCLA who just know the song and then like they see they're like, wait, I'm missing something. Like, cause they gotta get the full story to really get it what it is. But I thought it was cool because like when you sound like everybody else, like people, like I play you somebody from Atlanta right now, you be like, man, he sound like Gunna.
Yeah.
It's not really he sound like Gunna. It's just they from the same region. It's like right now when I'm hearing somebody play drill and I'm out here and they be like, who you think this is? I don't even want to say because y'all gonna be mad.
Yeah.
Because who I associate with drill, y'all be, oh, that's just commercial. That ain't. Because I get it. It's like a deeper culture. So it's like nobody was saying I sound like anybody but The Dream and Weekend. Hey, I'm looking at people. I'm like, hell, who are they gonna compare me to? And they're like, I'm seeing blogs like melodically like Dream, but this and this, and I'm like, damn. Wait till they see me. They gonna be like, yo, this nigga, this is crazy.
It's different. Yeah,
I just like the fact that it was like distinct. Like when I go to my shows and I stand on stage, like, and I can hear the crowd all sing like 24 out, and I hear them say, I was just at Gary Vee, and one of the girls who worked up there like came like, yo, I can't believe you. She works with him. Like, she ain't even supposed to be right there at the moment. Like, I just can't believe you hear me and my boyfriend love you. Like, da-da-da-da-da. Every time the 24 hours tag come on, I'm like, man, that's dope. That's dope. It's cool to, like, shift, and shift in a major way. Like, I could only see, like, Titty Boy shift to 2 Chainz. Like, but it was still the same person. Like, I got people like Ty, like, yo, I'm going to introduce you to 2 Chainz today. Like, and we go to 2 Chainz and 2 Chainz, like, Rizzy, what's happening? Like, Ty, don't wait, hold up, what's going on? It's like a whole nother, like, world that, and that's what the being, like, from 2 eras and been given shots and opportunities, like, over and over. And that's kind of what made it, like, well, maybe this ain't this ain't just a dream. Like, maybe this is for sure my reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And talking about fucking living a dream, it's like not many people get to say that they had an album executive produced by Hit Boy and Ty Dolla $ign. So how did that come about for the debut? And
shout out to Hit Boy. Shout out to Big Hit. Them like my favorite right now. Hit Boy always been my favorite. But so I'm working. I got flew to LA to work with some Kanye, like good music had flew me to LA. And then I was at the Roosevelt Hotel. I'm pulling up to Ye Studio. And I'm working, shout out to Che Pope. I'm working with people over there, and Hit Boy stops by to drop off some beats, I guess. But I'm a student of hip hop. I'm like, man, that's Hit Boy.
Yeah.
Niggas in Paris. Like, I'm crazy if I don't try to get his number.
Exactly.
He was kind of like, oh, yeah, for sure. Like, I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of the beats that we use over here, I ain't really getting none of the bounce. So I'm trying to work, like, da-da-da-da-da. This was going on, like, you know, MadeinTYO. We chopping it up, for sure. I get his number. He invite me to the crib. He working in one room. He put me in another room. First beat he give me was What You Like. I do it in like 20 minutes, like, boom, boom, like, fast, like, what's next? Like, he give me more beats. But then I sent that one to Ty, because me and Ty, like, for people who didn't know, me and Ty did, like, a whole situation, like a management deal. So it was like, he was a part of my management, like, executive producer side. That's why Hit Boy and Ty executive produced that project. So it was like, I went to Ty with the song. He's like, damn, Hit Boy, it's hard. We should put somebody else on it. I'm going to text it to Wiz. So Ty texts it to Wiz. Wiz get on it. I bring it back to Hit Boy. He like, let's go. Like, let's do it. Like, I was just in the room as a writer. Like
damn,
trying to write music for Ye, and met this, and then boom, and then it just all connected. The next, you know, we on the radio everywhere with that song, on tour, like, everything with that song.
What You Like is crazy, bro. That shit still runs. OD.
Man.
And then talking about the hits, man, I mean, you got the RL Grime EDM remix of the UCLA. So that was your song. And then people heard it first, right, through RL. So how did that happen?
It was my song, but like in this game, like there's songs that that people have put out that you heard that doesn't have my name on it, but it's me all day. Like, they just switch one word. And that's me. That's the melody. That's this. Or maybe you just hear something that, like, sometimes people hit me and be like, yo, you heard this song? And I'm like, wow, I worked on that song. I knew it by the way it did this and this and this. So it's like, I be writing for a lot of people. So it's like, I don't just, like, in this game, it's like, people don't like, it's a lot of people that's great writers that's writing for everybody, but we don't know them in the limelight because it's like, if you run around and tell everybody you wrote their music in this hip-hop game, like, artists want to seem like this and seem like this, but, like, the real talented artists that are genius, like, they understand, like, yo, if I just met this guy and he wrote a hit and I can produce this hit, I can pump this out, I can sing it, or I can rap it, this could be my first number one. Like, maybe I needed a new melody, or maybe this is just an undeniable hit. Like, so it's like, you got to be willing to work with people. You got to be willing to take chances. Oh man, try that in a higher note. Some of my guys would be like, hey bro, like, what you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
nigga, I'm not trying it in a higher note. Like me, after turning to 24, but before I was definitely like that as Rizzy, like, but growing up and whoop, whoop, like, nah, I see what keeps you in the room.
Why do you think that's so shunned in hip hop? Like, having a team of like, why is everybody so like, oh well, my
Because
pen
they
is
feel
this?
like you can't be the greatest of all time and everyone's writing your lyrics. Like, it's like, how can you say you're the hardest MC and my homie from Newark writes all of you? Like, he's the hottest MC. So I think in rap, it's like that. But, like, I feel like in R&B, it's like, we've been seeing Jermaine Dupri write for Usher.
Yeah.
We've been seeing Jermaine Dupri write for Mariah Carey. We've been seeing this, and it's never been a thing like, oh, he's not the way he was producing it and writing it. I just think when it comes to raps, it's like, nah, it's a more competitive sport. Like, how's you the best? Like, nah, like, no one's going for that.
Yeah, I feel that. Word. And so for you, you know, over the past few years, you've been dropping and you've been working on a project with Tokyo.
Yeah.
So, and you got a project coming out. You know what I'm saying? So I seen you was in the studio with Wiz like a couple months ago. And like, what's going on? What's next for you? What you working on right now?
I really been like restructuring my team and like just like to set myself up for the biggest push I can have. I think when you've been around, like as long as I've been around, like you kind of can take ups and downs and rounds where you get discouraged from putting your music out, or maybe like, you know, like you just feel like it's the same thing over and over. So like maybe I could be better in something else. Like, you know, hence everybody doing multiple things. And, you know, like I got homies that rap right now, but I get on the phone with them and we talking about, yo, I just got a crib in San Francisco, one in New Orleans. I got real estate here. I'm trying to open a restaurant here. Like, you got to, like, it ain't just good. You see what they saying online about how much Spotify pay us.
Yeah.
Like, what this is. How are you supposed, like, come on, man. Like, you got to be smart enough to be like, oh, yeah, when I get that first advance or I get that first money, let me go ahead and start a Turo account. Let me go ahead and I see this restaurant is okay and the motion's kind of cool. Let me come in and put some money up and partner with them 20% on the shop and drive all my hundreds of thousand fans to the shop. And really, like, you got to put it together to where you could last a different. I seen something online where it was like, this basketball player, he never started. But he took all the money that he did in the NBA
And invested
did
it.
this and did this and bought Wendy's and had all this, and he's one of the most successful people to ever play in the NBA, but not off like us knowing Shaq and Kobe. Like, nah, he was a bench. Bro.
Hell yeah.
That just show you even the bench players is making money. Guess what? In the rap game, from the A-list to the F-list, like, what you think them C-list artists doing? Like, if they're doing it right, they're still making hand over fist. I know for a fact because it's over 1 billion independent artists out there.
Damn.
They go into music, they go into the store and buy interfaces and buy mics, There's over millions of kids trying to do podcasts right now, like that are buying the equipment every day, that are doing it every day, just waiting for a click. So if you're a C-list artist, this F-list artist for sure wants to be where you want to be at. So the game is gonna forever be, it just, what's your position in the game? To me, like, I never shun no little artist. I never play, like, because I've been there. I've been there. Guess what? I go to MadeinTYO show. It's sold out. It's crazy. I forget I'm 24 because I'm here like with my brother. Like, man, y'all niggas better back off. Like, hold up. He got to do this. Hey, get his waters. Like, I do all of that. And they be like, yo, 20, rap, nigga.
And then you're like, oh, shit.
I'm like, man, y'all know we in here for my little brother. Like, we going up. Like, hey, first time he came to New York, like, and Rocky wanted to bring him to Yams Day. And we pop out, and I'm going through, and, like, I'm really forgetting, like, everybody, like, yo, Rizzy, what's up? I'm like, oh, yeah. I really took him serious because it was like, I seen he had the opportunity to really go up. So it's like, independent artists, like, I look at my DMs, and I see, like, Juice WRLD before he blew up.
Damn.
Yo, I fuck with you in Tokyo. We obviously grew and did music, but, like, when I look at the first messages, Ugly Guy, I look at these messages and it's like, yo, Private Club, you in Tokyo. Like, so when I get DMs, bro, I get hundreds of DMs a day. And, like, meet some people, talk to some people. They're going to be like, yo, if you, or you go look on my Apple and look at my music, how I release it, and then go look at the section that says appears on. And you be like, oh, he fucks with the independent community. Because it's like, yo, I'm in the studio with Wiz or Ty or Mustard or whoever you could think of, and these kids is seeing it.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I want to be one step closer to that. And I'm like, for sure, I seen that before and wanted to be one step closer. What was I doing? Hustling, trying to get there. Anything I could get my hands on, anything I could, what? I'm on it. I'm not sleeping for it. So it's like, when I could feel that same energy, I'd be like, well, shit, how can we make it work for you?
Facts.
Like, let me try to set something up for you. Like, or let me figure it out. Like, anybody that try to meet me a little bit, I meet them just because I know that everybody's so lazy and people feel like it should be given to them and everything should be like just this. It's like, yo, can you invest a little bit? Just a little bit. Like I to invest, like, what do you really think it should be handed to you? Like,
Yeah.
'cause I never thought that, me.
Yeah.
First, I meet a rapper and be like, shit, what you think it'll take to work? Like, I want to work. I know this is your livelihood. Like, and guess what? Some of them did say, like, shit, just pull up a song. And then some was like, shit, just pay for the studio.
Yeah.
Or just, and I'm like, oh, wow.
Add some value.
I gave Gucci $20,000 to get on my song. I fucked with Gucci. I fucks with Gucci. Gucci can't do no wrong to me. So when I finally got in a situation, they like, yeah, Gucci want 20. I'm like, let's do it. Because I fuck with them. It's nothing but respect. It's nothing wrong with artists DM me back and be like, I don't pay for it. I'm like, yeah, I could tell, bro. Like, I could tell you don't pay for VG. Or they hit me with the, people pay me. I'm like, yeah, for sure, bro. Like, I don't know what to say, bro. Like, all right, bro, next time, I don't know, bro. Because there's so many that it's like, you never know who's going to be what, like, or what's going to be who.
Yeah. So speaking of features, man, I got to ask, I can't let you leave without asking you this. So RIP DMX, man, you got a song with DMX, bro.
Yeah.
How did that come about? And you know what I'm saying? What was that experience like?
I'm in the studio with this producer named Boombox Cartel. Look him up. He's dope. I'm hearing this beat. I'm like, and I'm kind of popping it too because I'm like, yo, lately in this year, whenever I did that, I'm telling the producer, like, anybody I've been wanting, I've been getting. Like, I just manifested and I get it. I'm listening. I'm like, I'm going to think of somebody who sound hard on X would sound hard on this. They like, oh, yeah, good luck. Like, people, I'm like, all right, cool. Hit my manager, like, yo, I want DMX on this song. He said, I'm going to reach out to his people. They came back with a strong no. I'm like, all right, cool. Say less. One day I get a call like, yo, X is doing the song, actually. I'm like, oh, what happened? Like, something played, and you came on the radio or in the car, a girl played it, and the girls had said 24 hours, and then I said, yeah, that's the kid that's trying to do the song with you. And they're like, oh, you doing a song with 24 hours? Oh, yeah, for sure. Me and 24 got one.
Yeah, yeah.
And it kind of happened that way, but I still made sure my team, like, took care of him and everything. Like, I got a phone call. I never leaked it. And I got a video. I got a video of DMX sitting with his, I don't know if it's his daughter or his son, whoever the youngest one is right now, but sitting with them while he's trying to write his verse. I guess the manager sent the video like X working on the verse or whatever. But at this time, he rapping his verse and with the kid on the lap, and he just keep trying to say it over and over. It's like a minute video. But I didn't get it until after he read, so I was just like, I'm gonna just keep it for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but he called me after we did the song, like, yo, I appreciate you having me on the song. I'm like, nigga, I appreciate you. He like, yeah, I don't really fuck with, like, you know, younger cat, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, pretty much you got them vibes though. Like the vibes is like, you feel me? 80% of my fan base is female, so it's like, feel me? For me, being a fat fly nigga, like since like I had all dudes like at one time. So like the melody is different. Like it's just different.
That's what's up, man. I respect it, bro. And I appreciate you joining us on Cut Different TV, man. And
Cut Different here, man. It's cool, man. It's a vibe.
Yeah, man.
Especially
and
y'all gotta see how they got it set up, but it's a vibe. You gotta do some forward thinking to have it like this, and like just have a plan and a mission of attack. So it's like, this is sick, you know?
Definitely. And I gotta ask, bro. We ask everybody that comes on.
For sure.
What makes you cut different? 24 hours.
I feel like I'm an artist, I'm a brother, I'm a cousin, I'm a son. Like my roles, like in life, like it's just like a lot of artists, like, yo, I'm an artist and this is what it is and need to be treated like this. And it's like, I play every role. I play every role with every artist I worked with. Just sit down with somebody one day, like, so what's up with 24? They, oh man, like 24 don't put himself first. Like I'm for sure like that until proven different. Like if I come to a situation, if I just so happen to be out here and like, oh, I'm here and I got to be here for a year and we all got a relationship, you're like, man, 2-4 bringing somebody to the show every other day. Like, because what's our relationship and what's our friendship if I can't add value to what you're doing? If I had no value, I'm holding you down. If I can't add value, if you can't add value to me, what am I doing besides babysitting you or just holding you? Like, what type of value? Somebody could be like, yo, I don't know nothing about the podcast shit, but I clean the hell out this building. Guess what? Hey, treat my man right. He had value, like, because everything is valuable to somebody. So it's like the little things to the highest things. I know everything matters. Like, to even get to a certain level, everything matters. It starts with somebody believing in you, just one person. So like, I feel like I've been that guy for a lot of people. And you know, when they say treat people how you want to be treated, like,
the golden rule.
That's really still my thing. Like, if I was here to interview you, and I was having a bad day, so now I'm on the interview, and you treated me anyway, I can't say anything about that because it's like, look how I was treating you. I don't know. I just always been that way, and even when I got hella kids outside the show want to take pictures, even anytime it's been lit, I've still been lit, and they be like, yo, you a real one, like, and it's like, you don't gotta say it, like, it kind of spread, like through the grapevine. Like, when I go to cities, no matter what city I go to, somebody who I love or care about that knows, like, you cannot be from here, right where we at right now. And somebody that I fuck with is gonna be like, yo, but one of my good friends live in Jersey City. I'm about to plug you in. Like, I will, like, this is like me being there. And that's everywhere in the world I go. I don't care. We in Tokyo, so I'm like, yo, I'm about to connect you with my guy, and blase, blah, and blase. Everywhere I go, so it's like, it's kind of like circle of good people. Once you weave out the negativity, it's like more positive circles start coming. Like, but when you have the negativity in there, it's like, I don't understand why the type of vibes or energies I'm trying to get aren't coming my way. Nah, they see the negative around you. Like, oh, nah, nope. We could be too blind. Like, he'll be buddy right there beside you. He'd be like, nah, this is my dog. He'd be like, man, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's a
when
storm cloud.
he cool, but I done heard this or that, and that. It's always that way. So it's like, don't be afraid to cut shit and like move forward into whatever positivity you got going on. And I feel like when I come into a circle of anything new, I ask myself, if I can't add value, let me back away, because I don't need to be a person in the way. I'm in the way if I had no value.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he obviously cut different. If nothing else he said today was cut different.
I'm in the way if I have no value. Like we can see each other next time, but like to really like move forward. This is only with forward moving people though. Cause somebody else would be like, nah, this is my boy, bro. He posts me on the gram, like, this my guy. Like, that's it. We ain't even supposed to be in that. Like, I got a lot going on, man. A lot going on. Like, so, yeah, that's what it is. Just trying to bring value to everything that I'm around. If I don't bring no value, if I was no value, I couldn't even sit here. Because it's like, yo, let me go do this. Let me go. There was a time when I wasn't dropping albums. And they're like, yo, come do this interview. And I'm like, for what, though? Because we're going to talk about the old stuff. Like, I need to be able to talk about some new stuff with y'all. Like, talk about this, you know, like, bring some value. You know, so bringing value. If you wake up like, how can I bring value to the people that surround me? If they're the right people, it's going to double right back to you, you know.
Beautiful, man. And in closing, before we get out of here, what can they expect to see from you? It's 2024, and we here with 24 hours. So 20 and 24, what we got coming?
A lot from me. Hopefully I can empty out the clip on this hard drive on y'all, and then he'll be speechless. I won't even have to say anything. Like, you'll be like, this what you've been working on. Like, because the music is always first with me. But I do got a new management label situation, a company I started called Daydreams Are Rare.
Okay.
If you're a fan of me or check me out, I'm always posting about it, but it's just like a company where if I believe in something, like, it's just me putting my energy into it. So I'm going to post everything that I believe in and put my energy onto that. And we've been successful with starting companies like MadeinTYO with Private Club Records. Like, it's still a thing, and everybody still asks us about it. Just Daydreams is like under my wing, like what I'm doing, you know. And if you listen to some of the new songs that MadeinTYO got, you hear him talking about Daydreams Are Rare and like you know what 20 got going on too. So it's gonna be a lit year, man. It's like I've been here. I'm still young. I'm still lit. Like I still got my ear in the streets. Like I'm working. I'm working harder than I was working when I was 22. And I was starving. So it's like I'm working harder because I seen more now and I want more. So it's like I know I gotta work, but without my mind, my body, and my soul being put together, I can't win. So it's like it's a constant battle of that, keeping those together. Like mine, all right, I can't let nothing trick me out. I can't let nothing body, okay, I gotta be in the best shape. Like, yo, we eating all this late night shit, like we gotta cut it. My soul, that's just, I don't never have to worry about that part.
Yeah.
But like that mind and body, like for sure. Look at how the game turned. Look at what we see online all day. Niggas' minds ain't there. Niggas like the biggest artist in the world in the street side posting picture with 30 Zans in his mouth, like.
That's young boy, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, to win completely, you could win in the music, but be suffering somewhere else.
We've seen it so many times.
Suffering, like I'm winning. Fuck the money. I got the money, but I'm still sick, bro. Like I'm stuck on this and I'm stuck on that, and like I can't do this. So it's like it's a constant battle. You never know what nobody's going through. That's why I treat everybody how I want to be treated. That's why I work on myself, try to give all pop. But I ain't perfect. Like. I ain't perfect, but knowing that makes me at least like to the people that's gonna listen to me and the people that's gonna take heed to what I'm talking about is gonna be like, yeah, bro, not perfect either, but this is the message that we pushing, cause this is what it's about. Like I ain't pushing like, hey, boy, you got Percocet?
Nah, I don't.
No, but that's
But you see,
that's going on.
you seen that interview where he was like,
on,
"You do
man.
perks."
I'm from Atlanta, man. Like I know what's going. That's my boy.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Like so it's like it's vibes. Like I ain't a kid no more, so I can't be mad at a lot of stuff. But it's just like I ain't looking at it like that no more. So that means my crowd even changed because like even Tokyo, why Tokyo's producing so much right now, he's in his producer bag, he rapping on records, like he like, yo, like I'm not talking about Kylie Jenner lips on my song no more. Like or hopping in Ubers or none of that. Like I'm telling you how it is to raise my son and this. Like I'm growing up so the fans gotta grow with me. When Jason, you want the old shit, get the old shit, you know. It's out there, but you know, I guess it's just our job to keep pushing forward for whatever fans we do have, whatever people that do follow what we talking about. Like, with that comes a responsibility to like be you know your best self. So that's it.
The man himself, 24 hours, joined us for a great conversation on Cut Different TV today. What you think of Cut Different, man? You think they should subscribe?
You should definitely subscribe right now because I have a feeling if you don't subscribe right now, then you're going to kind of miss the wave like you missed the wave on a lot of the other podcasts that you're currently watching right now. So just do it right now so, you know, you could be above the wave because to be honest, I got the YouTube app on my phone now so I could subscribe to people as soon as I watch their videos now because I used to be a person that just clicked the YouTube link, not even be logged in. So now I have it on my phone and I subscribe to everything I like. So go subscribe, man.
Definitely. And like it and maybe even drop a comment down below. You know what I'm saying? If you heard something you love today. But you know what it is, man. We cut different. I go by the name of Sebastian Ryder, and I'm here with my brother.
24 hours, man. Yes, sir.
And we outside, man. Hope you enjoyed the conversation. Peace.